Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we're going to make a bracelet and a pair of earrings from the products that I have left from the Bargain Bead Box January 2023 edition. So I did not have much at all left from this box. It was a very metal heavy box, and I used all the beads except for this one, so we're going to use it right now. And then here is what I have left. So I have a bunch of the stars left. I have that little link left. I have this one little link left and the chain. So everything else got used up. And yeah, that's it. I don't know what that is, a little piece of metal or something. But yeah, that's all I had left out of the whole box. So I did not get a lot of jewelry out of the box this month, unfortunately, but we're going to add a couple more pieces right here. So here is our encouraging word for today is why follow when you can lead? That's a good question, right? Okay, so here's what we're going to use today. I don't know, probably will not use all of these links. And like I said, I had one more in the box over there, but we're going to make a bracelet. So you're going to need these little moon and star links from the box this month, okay? I have these two, what are these called? Head pins. They're like this, they've got this paddle thing on the end of them. They're cool. And if you don't have those, you can use regular head pins, but we're going to use those. I have some split rings here. Now, I despise split rings because they are so hard to get open. See, they're like little key rings in there, little split rings. But for the design of this necklet or this bracelet, we're going to be hooking all of these links together. And I think a split ring in between is the best way to do it because I'm afraid a jump ring, if you go to put this on and, you know, pull it tight on your wrist, it would maybe come apart. So we're going to use the split rings. And along with the split rings come split ring pliers. That's these. This is an opener for the split rings. Supposed to make it easier. Doesn't necessarily, but we're going to use it. I have this one bead left over, this teal colored rondelle. I have two little stars here. I have the toggle, and I have two bead caps. Okay, so that's for the bracelet. Then the earrings, let me move this over just so we'll do the bracelet first here. Well, I don't know. We may just go ahead and do the earrings since we're going to have them out here. But the earrings are very simple. Quick and simple. Quick and easy. And we're going to use these two phases of the moon things, charms. I have two ball ear wires. These ball post ear wires. Two of the star beads. These two of these links. I have two more of these paddle type head pins, and again, if you don't have those, you can just use a regular head pin. And I have two 6mm jump rings. So because we have the earring stuff out here, we'll just go ahead and do it. I'm using my famous favorite pliers. These are my tweezer nose Xuron chain nose pliers. These are my Bead-A-Lon round nose pliers, and I have, my cutter is gone. Why? How does this happen? How do things just disappear? I don't know. They do. There's no one here but us. Maybe Sadie comes in the middle of the night, steals my cutters. I'll use these. These are my Xuron cutters. These aren't the new ones that I have that I love so much. I don't know where they are. I will find them. They may be over on my resin table. Okay, but we'll use these today. And their thing is coming off their handle. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and hook the ear wires on just because that way it's done and they're out of the way. So I've got my little jump ring here. And I'm going to need more jump rings. I can tell that right now. I don't know why I only got two jump rings out, but anyway. We'll go ahead and hook this on, the ball ear wire. Okay, so there's one. One more. And again, I don't know why I only got out these two jump rings, but apparently we're going to need more. because we have to be able to hook the other stuff on that I got out. I don't know what I was thinking. Not thinking. That's my problem. I was not thinking today. I didn't sleep well last night. I have cat allergy. And so the cat has become an outside cat. He's had to, because I just can't breathe with him in the house. I don't know what's happened. The doctor said that hormonal changes can sometimes cause you to have allergies that you never had before. So apparently that's what's happened to me. But anyway, it has been so cold here in Florida. I'm looking for jump rings, so I'm talking while I'm doing that. It has been so cold here in Florida. It's been in the 30s, which is like, you know, everybody thinks they're dying. And I kind of feel like we are, because now I'm used to, you know, a lot warmer weather. Even though I'm from the north anyway. But, yeah, so we've had to bring the cat in, and it has just made my allergies have just gone nuts. So it's crazy. All right, so here we have these hung on here, and we're going to hang this guy on here. So I pulled out 2 more 6mm jump rings. We're going to do that with this. These are cute little links. And I loved this box this month. I really did. I just felt like it was very metal heavy though. There weren't a whole lot of beads. There were a lot of beads. Let me rephrase that. But a lot of them were star beads. And I just don't use those a whole lot in projects. I made a memory wire bracelet that I'll be uploading eventually using them. But normally I don't use a lot of those types of beads. So it was kind of bead light for me, I should say. But still a beautiful box. Okay, so if you'll notice, I did mirror these guys. Now, these, it doesn't matter because they're the same. But this one, I mirrored the moons facing each other just because I like it better that way. All right, now we're going to take our little star, and I'm going to put it on this ball head pin, just like that. Or this, I just thought that was a cool look on there. I don't know. We're going to do that. I'm going to take this, and I think I kind of want to make a wrapped loop, but then I kind of don't want to make a wrapped. Yeah, I'm not going to make a wrapped loop, because if I do, it's going to be really hard to hang it on there because of that. So let's just do a regular loop. So I'm just going to bend this 90 degrees, just like that. And then I am going to cut, and I don't like my loops to be huge, so I usually cut around my finger's width. Or maybe a little smaller even. And then I'm just going to roll this back. Now the reason I thought about doing a wrapped loop is because when you do a wrapped loop, you wrap it down towards the bead, and that would have kept the star from spinning. But I don't think that it would have looked really good on here. And yeah, I think we're just going to stick with that. And the star can spin. It'll be okay. So I'm just going to open this right up and hang this right on here. Right on the little link here. I'll have to open it more than that, aren't I? Alright, just put it right on there. You could use a jump ring if you wanted, but I don't really see a need to on this. I'm just going to hang it right on there. Make sure that it's closed. And there's our little earring. Super cute. Okay, let's do the other one here real quick. And I am making sure, like if you notice, the star, one of the holes is in between these 2 little guys, and then the other hole comes out the top. So I'm making sure that I put them on the same way. Doesn't really matter which way you do it, but you just want them both to be the same. And again, we're going to make a little loop here. And roll this guy back. Gonna open it up. Hang it right on here. And close it right back up. Okay. And just make sure you get that closed up because you don't want it falling off. You don't want a falling star. Okay. So there are our little earrings. And I think these turn out really cute. I like them. So I wear a lot of black and silver, so these will go with everything. Super cute. So that's those. Now let's work on our bracelet here. And this is easy too. So the way I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put the moons facing each other. Okay, so these going this way, but they're all going to be facing each other. So like this. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying unsuccessfully to show you, to say this when I can just show it to you. And it would be a lot better. Okay, so just like this. Then I'm going to take this little moon, and I want to hang him going this way. Okay, so I've got my toggle in here. And I do have to account for my toggles, so I may not end up needing those two. Let me look at this. Let me measure. So, you know, by the time I get this all put together, it's probably going to be right around the 7-inch mark. So I don't really know. We'll have to I'm going to hook them together and then we'll see. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've got these little stars and I have these same little paddle head pins. And I'm just going to go ahead and do my stars like I did right there. Just going to go ahead and make a couple of loops, little dangles here with loops. And on these, I kind of would like to do the wrapped loops just because, but I don't know. I don't really want it to take away from that. I think I'm just going to do a regular loop on these. I know. I can't decide, but I think I am. I'm just going to do a regular loop here. Okay, so there's one. Let's do this other one. And I did just put out a video showing how to make loops. Very detailed video, how to make wrapped loops and simple loops. So if you're interested in that, I will try to link that in the description box below this video if I can remember to do it. If I don't, somebody remind me and I will add it, but I'll try to remember. Sometimes I say these things and then I forget. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead and make our bead dangle while we're at it. I'm just doing that with a regular head pin. Okay, and we're just going to put the bead cap on. Oh no, okay, yeah, that's going to fall through. Let's try this one. If your hole in your bead cap is bigger than the head on your head pin, that's what happens. So let's try this again. Different head pin with a little bit bigger. Yeah, see, this one works. Now this guy, I might go ahead and do a wrapped loop on him. So I'm coming up a little bit from the bead, if you can see there, a little bit up from the bead. So I have room for my wrap. I'm making a 90-degree bend. Then I'm going to grab this in the bend, and I'm going to come up and over, rotate my pliers up, and come under here. So there's, that didn't turn out looking too good. Normally it's not quite that weird looking. There we go, fixed it. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my other plier. I'm grabbing this here, take my other plier, and we're going to wrap. And you just wrap down towards your bead. And I don't know, just gives a little more decorative element to it, I guess. It does help if you grab it with your pliers and don't just, whatever I'm doing there is clearly not working. Okay. And you just wrap around a few times and then we'll trim this right off. And we got a cute little wrapped loop. Okay. Now, here we are with our, okay, so what I am going to do is I'm going to take these are little 4mm jump rings. I'm going to hook these on here. Like this. So I'm going to take this guy. I want him in the middle. I'm just going to put him right on here on this little link here. So there's one. And then I'm going to do one of these on each side. Just like that. Okay, with these little 4mm jump rings. You want to make sure that these are closed, these links are closed up good. And the reason I'm hooking them on with jump rings, I mean, you could hook them just directly on there if you wanted to, but I just think it makes them dangle a little bit better, you know, makes them a little more frou-frou and dangly. So I'm going to go ahead and hook this one on the other side over here. Okay. So there's what we've got there. That's going to be kind of the little center of our bracelet. Okay, now I'm going to take my wonderful little split rings here, and we're going to hook this whole thing together. So I'm going to hook these with split rings. I'm trying to decide if I want to do them this way, and then I probably should. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take my split ring pliers. Now what these do is you get in between these little coils on this thing. It's supposed to make it easier. It really doesn't. I guess it does help some. And then you have to get this little guy in here. And I really despise split rings, but they are more secure. And with this bracelet being what it is, I think it will be better to have them on here. So there we go. So once you get it onto your thing, then you can take your pliers, and it's real easy just to loop it together. Now I want to try to put my other one in here too while this is open. But the problem is it's sometimes hard to figure out. See, it's hard to figure out how it's going to lay. So I just need to put this on. Okay. Now I can see that I need this one to go this way. I wouldn't have been able to really tell that when I was putting it on there, unless you're really good. Some people probably can, but I'm really visual, and I have to be able to sit here and look at this like this. So now I know this one needs to go this way. And see what I'm saying? These are just so hard to get on here, but they are more secure. So I'm going to hook them together if I can get this one to go on the right way. And if you hear snoring, it is not me. It's Sadie. She's behind me in her bed. It's very cold here today. I don't know, did I mention that? I think I did. It's very cold. There we go. And see, that's what we want. And then you can take your plier and kind of smush your split ring back together, because they do kind of, you know, open up a little too much there, but that's what we'll have. So these are just very secure. This isn't going to come loose. Not like it would, you know, maybe a jump ring could pull loose on it. This is not going to. It's like a little key ring on there. So anyway, it's cold, and Sadie's laying behind me in her bed. She's covered up with a blanket and the whole bit. I'll try to put a video of her. I videoed her. She's so cute. Okay, so now I want to take this one and put on here, but it's going to have to come out a little bit like this. So I may just probably use a couple of rings on that, but we'll do that one after. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hook these all together like I just did with that one, okay? And I'm going to do 6 total, and if you can see, these are facing this way and these are facing this way. And then I'll come back and we'll evaluate the size. Okay, so go ahead and hook yours together. You know, one split ring or jump ring if you're using jump rings in the middle of each of these. Now, if you don't have split rings and you want to make it a little more secure, you can double jump ring this. So just take 2 jump rings and put them on there. And that way, you know, it's a little more secure. If one comes loose, you've got the backup of the other one. So if you don't have split rings and you just want to double jump ring it, that would make it a little more secure as well. So go ahead and hook all those on and come right back. Okay, so I've got these all hooked together, and I did end up doing all of them. So I have 4 and 4, so 8. We're going to hook this little guy here in the middle, but first of all, we're going to put the clasp on. So, you know, you have to do it to the length that's going to fit you. For me, this is going to be pretty close to perfect. And so I'm just going to hook on my clasp now with these little rings, one on each side, and you do yours, and then come back and we'll put this middle piece on. Okay. I fought with these split rings until I'm like sick of them. Okay, so we're just going to attach this guy. So I've got my clasp on each end, and we're just going to attach this guy to the middle between the 4 and the 4. And I'm doing it with a jump ring because I think if I try to put another split ring on here, I'm going to lose my ever-loving mind. It has not been easy. I've fought with these things off camera. Thank God I didn't do it on camera. But yeah, so we're just going to hook this with a jump ring right to this middle split ring right here. Okay. You can double jump ring it if you want. I'm not too concerned about the dangle here. It was just this part. Like, I wanted to be sure that if I stretched this to put it on, that these links wouldn't come undone. So here's what we've got. Super cute little bracelet. This is just going to dangle around, obviously. It's just going to flop and dangle and just kind of be, and you could wear it that way, or you could wear it up here. You know, I would probably do it this way, just because it seems to make more sense to me. But I got your toggle clasp, and this one fits me pretty good. Normally I get them either too big or too small, but I did a pretty good job on this one. I mean, it's going to move around a little, but you don't want it to be super, super tight, you know, so this is a pretty good fit for me. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We've got this one, and we've got our cute little earring here. And just a really cute little set there, I think, using the rest of the products, or most of the rest of my products, from the Bargain Bead Box. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe and ring the bell. If you don't ring the bell, you don't know when I upload videos. And I'm uploading Bargain Bead Box stuff every single month, okay? So I get this every month, and I make more than one piece of jewelry out of each box. So yeah, if you're not subscribed and haven't rung the bell, you're not going to know when I upload. So please do that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Are you cold, Sadie? It's cold here in Florida, isn't it? 30-some degrees, right? I know. Are you freezing? Wrapped up in a blanket and everything, aren't you? Yeah, I know. I feel the same way about it. Thought we moved to where it was warm, didn't we? What happened? You hear Chris cooking breakfast in there? Is he cooking breakfast in there? Yeah. Oh, what are you doing? Lay down there in your blankie. Lay down in your blankie.